Verge. So Verge is a privacy-based crypto. The big thing with Verge is they had huge progress over the past couple of years, particularly becoming globally compliant with basically the messaging standards every single financial institution worldwide has to be compliant with. Only 1 in 9 cryptos. Now, price hasn't done amazingly, but we're going to take a look at some of the statistics around the network, how things are going, where maybe it can go this year. Now, before I get into any of that, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. These were cryptos that I thought could do very, very well and make a lot of money. And you can see what they were all worth when I recorded my videos. These are the highs these cryptos hit 16 months on, and what your profits would have been from $100 into these coins. If you'd have done that for each one, you'd have made over 123 grand in around 16 months. Now, obviously, you don't have 16 months to get things sorted. We're in a bull cycle. Bitcoin will go to new highs soon, and altcoin season is going to kick off. And if you've got cryptos you're not happy with, or you don't own any cryptos, have a look at copymycrypto.com. Now, that's the site I run where I share all the coins I own with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell a coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy or sell and the price that I'm going to buy or sell at. So my members get in and out of cryptos at the same price as me. They make the same profit without any work at all. And if you go onto my site, you'll see some of the profits my members have made. You can see some of my past successes, which are public record. If you go onto the old videos on this channel, you can verify everything that you read and watch and see. And if after doing that, you really like what you see and you want to hear more, whether it's that you want to hear my daily market updates, or you simply want to hear about the coins I own, the ones I think are going to be the big winners of this bull cycle, like I predicted with so many of these, not least of which is Phantom, which went up nearly 700 times. All you've got to do to find out about any of those winners is join up on the site. Now, Verge. So, Verge is on pretty much every major exchange except Coinbase. Although it is worth noting, I don't see OKX here. And part and parcel of that, okay, so it's on. Missing a few. Now, part and parcel of that will be the nature of it, which is it's a privacy coin. So, it's a privacy-focused crypto and blockchain. It seeks to offer a fast, efficient, decentralized payments network. Now, I'm not hugely bullish on payments networks in general. I just think we're way away from that use case yet. And I certainly think we're way away from like big companies being interested in those kind of payments. Verge does add additional privacy features because it integrates Tor into its wallet. That's the anonymity network. And they provide the option of sending transactions to stealth addresses. Now, it's an open source project that generally relies on volunteers, and it's a community-driven project. It was launched as Dogecoin Dark, which was a fork of Peercoin, but they renamed to Verge because they wanted to rebrand and distinguish themselves from Doge. Now, the project is now based on Bitcoin source code, by the way. It was launched by Justin Valo, who has over 20 years experience in network security and a decade plus in blockchain. And he developed the crypto as a fun passion project to empower individuals with a great sense of privacy. Now, privacy is always an interesting topic. I'm personally not fully convinced people care about privacy. Is the reality. If people truly cared about privacy, I think we would have seen far, far, far greater outrage when the Snowden revelations came out or any of the WikiLeaks stuff. I just think it's something that people talk about, but very few truly care about. And that can be a problem because, of course, governments spy. We know they do. And the beauty of privacy coins is it keeps your personal financial situation private. It keeps your transactions private. You can move money around. But the problem is with the nature of privacy is that because governments don't want you to have privacy, they fearmonger around the nature of privacy. So we've seen that with the EU. They've gone very, very anti privacy coins, fear-mongering with money laundering concerns, funding terrorism concerns, the standard sort of boilerplate fear-mongering that we see governments do. Nothing unusual, nothing different to what we've seen before. But what that did do was cause a lot of exchanges, particularly in Europe, to delist a ton of different privacy coins because they were threatened by the EU. If privacy coins were allowed to be traded on these exchanges, those exchanges would face repercussions. And really Binance is kind of the one that can fight any government in terms of the money that they've got. Otherwise, a lot of these exchanges aren't necessarily in a position that they can go toe-to-toe with the government. I'm sure there are some, but yeah. So we saw tons of delisting, which is probably why when we actually look at the markets, the big ones are Huobi, or I suppose HTX now, Bing, X, Mexi, and Binance. And then after that, we've not got tons of big ones here. Also, a cause for concern from a Verge perspective, volume's not great. So Verge had a pretty good pump in 2021, getting to about I think it got to a high of a little over 7.5 cents. So far this cycle, it's had a few moments where it's risen, got to about 1.5 cents at peak so far, 1.6 cents at peak, and it's still fallen back. Usage-wise, it's okay. So 24-hour volume, 5.6 million on the Verge network, so that's not bad. It's not. Obviously, there's going to be a limit to what we can see because it is a privacy network, so you're not going to see tons here. But when we actually take a deeper look at Verge at the moment, again, the big kind of huge plus for Verge is they are ISO 20022 compliant. That is a major milestone because it effectively means that they could run a CBDC, right? I don't think they ever will, of course, but they could. They could. And they do consistently update talking about where they're at. So they put in the milestones of that the team and the Verge have made. So again, updates are pretty consistent, regular development. But again, I'm not really bullish on a payment network. I'm just not. We'll have a look at Wiki for them. There's nothing here, is there? I thought that was going to be their own wiki kind of deal. In terms of Verge, it's taken as a payment in a few different places. None of them are obviously very big. So they're doing okay. They've got their own store as well where you can buy Verge goods. It's currently unavailable, but they did have that. I'm a little bit. Once they became ISO 20022 compliant, I thought they had a real legitimate shot of getting to like 10 cents, maybe a bit bigger, because there's only 9 cryptos in the world. That's one of them that are compliant. That's a big deal. Some of these, this is going to be a necessary sort of feature for. Well, all financial institutions have to comply with it. I think sooner or later it's going to be all blockchains have to comply with it. So they're ahead of the game in that regard. And I actually thought that would probably give them the opportunity to catapult up. Now, it hasn't done that. And the drop-off from its all-time high of 30 cents in 2017 to its sort of high of 7.5 cents in 2021 makes me think it's going to struggle to break that 7.5 cents. It's quite a fall off. So really the question is can it get relisted on some of the other exchanges? I think yes, there's a potential for that, but that's going to depend possibly on EU changes, which I'm not sure will come. It's possible it could list on Coinbase, especially given that Coinbase are like coins that are in some way compliant. So a Coinbase listing would catapult this. I think there's an outside shot of maybe 4-5 cents for this crypto. But right now, cause for concern would be volume. And the fact that really it hasn't rallied in the way it should have based upon hitting that sort of massive milestone of compliance. So I'm hesitant to say much more than 4 or 5 cents here. A Coinbase listing or a backtracking from the EU on against the privacy coins, and we could, in theory, see a rally. And we could maybe see it to 10 cents, but I think it's well away from that right now. I think 5 cents is a really fair target based on previous highs. But again, I think it needs some listings. I think it need probably to hit that, it still probably needs a Coinbase listing. And if, God forbid, like America start going against privacy coins, it's in real trouble. So keep an eye on the privacy coin debate whenever it flares up again, because no doubt it will. Yeah, so what are people's thoughts about privacy coins in terms of how they're going to perform? Do you have any concerns about, say, America in particular? Because if America went against privacy coins, the privacy coin market is crushed. That would be devastating for privacy coins. And is there a privacy coin that you think is the best around no one's talking about? If there's a privacy coin you think is outstanding and has got real legs to have a very, very good year, let me know about it in the comments. I'll take a look and I'll give it a review. And we're really close to 90,000 subscribers on this channel. I never thought we'd get anywhere close to that. Couldn't have dreamed about it. All I need to get over that is your help. If you can just subscribe to the channel, it would do me the world of good. It would, and it really helps, guys. And look, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you've got cryptos you're not happy with or you don't own any, get onto copymycrypto.com. Have a read through the site. It's the site I run where I share every single coin I own with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell, the price that I'm going to buy or sell at. All my members get in and out of cryptos at the same price as me. They make the same profit. They have zero work to do. And if you go onto my site, you'll see some of the profits my members have made. You can see some of my past successes, all of which are public record. You can verify them all on the history of this channel. But read through the site, watch it all. And if you like what you see, if you want to find out the cryptos I own, the ones I think are going to be the winners of the cycle, like I predicted with so many of these, whether it was Engine that did a 52x, or VeChain that did a 62x, or Phantom that did a 677x. All you've got to do to find out about my winners is join up on my site, guys. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, folks, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.